So when you get asked the question, why do you want to work here? There is a secret thing that you can do that's going to really resonate with them. All right. So you have to have what's called a connection story in order for them to feel like you are the right candidate for the job. So the mistake that most people make when they get asked, why do you want to work here? Is that they use like, well, with my 15 years of experience in data analysis, this data analytics role is ideal for me because I will be able to exceed your expectations. And they sell themselves. That's not what they asked. That's not what they asked. And they missed the boat. When I ask you, why do you want to work here? I need it to come from here. And that's what's going to make them feel connected. They want to hire somebody that gets them. So in advance, and again, did I not just tell you in this session, interview prep, you want to look for a personal connection or a professional connection that deeply resonates with you. Maybe you use their products before and you love them. Maybe your family's used their service. Maybe you are obsessed with their customer base. What is the thing that gets you to feel something for them? Again, pulls you into the organization. That's the story they want to hear. That's what's going to tell them, oh, this person gets us. They're one of us. They're going to feel a sense of satisfaction here because they have a connection to us. Okay. I'm going to give you two examples of that to really drive this point home. All right. So if you get asked the question, why do you want to work here? I had one gentleman that I worked with. He had been a paint store manager. He went through management training program, running a paint store. Good career. Okay. He wanted to become a financial planner. Now he's in his 30s and he wants to become a financial planner. Totally changed careers. So when I asked him why, he said, oh, well, last year my dad died unexpectedly. He owned a business. We thought everything was fine. We found out the business was in financial ruin. He had left my mother in financial ruin, and she was not only going to lose the business, she was going to lose the house that she had lived with him for their entire 25 years together. He's like, so I spent every night and weekend going in, understanding the books, figuring out what was going on with my mom's finances. I was able to salvage the business, sell it, and have enough money so that my mom could stay in the house. He's like, I never, ever, ever want to see somebody go through what I went through again. If I can become a financial planner, if I helped even one person, I'd feel like I made a difference. Oh, like the best connection story ever. So much so that he picked his top 5 places he wanted to be a financial planner for. He got interviews with 3 of them and ended up getting a job with his number 1 pick because of his connection story. Right. So imagine when they said to him, why do you want to work here? And that's the story that came out. Okay. That's the secret. I'll give you another one. I had a woman, hated her job, wanted to change careers. She was in office management, was obsessed with the Life is Good company. When I asked her why, she said, well, I had a bad day at work. I went over to my sister's. My nephew opened the door and he's sitting there with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and he's got a Life is Good t-shirt on and it's holding a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I just died of laughter. I'm like, okay. She said, what you don't know is for the last month, peanut butter and jelly was the only thing my nephew would eat. It was making my sister crazy. She was calling the doctor. She was worried about his health. And the doctor was like, look, he'll grow out of it. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. So she threw her hands in the air and bought him this t-shirt. That's why I love the company. I was like, great. When you get an interview, tell them that story. She got an interview. She got a job. Folks, all employers want to feel connected to you. You've got to share the connection. So when they ask you, why do you want to work here? Please don't give them some BS answer where you're trying to match yourself. It sounds so inauthentic. It doesn't sound right. Give them the story from the heart. And that's why you do your homework in advance, because you shouldn't be going on an interview if you can't find something to connect with. As I said earlier in my interview prep, vitally, vitally important. Now, there are 18 common behavioral questions that get asked in job interviews. And if you would like those 18, I got great news for you. They are inside my brand spanking new free resource center. So everybody jot this down right now. If you go over to workitdaily.com, you will see free job tools at the top. And you will be able to get instant access, no credit card required, lifetime instant access to our free resource center. And in there is my job search bootcamp. And as part of that bootcamp are the 18 most common interview questions. All of that is inside the new free resource center at Work It Daily. Okay. So go get those questions and work on them. Write the answers out, read them back to yourself, because where people blow it in these behavioral interviews is that they don't give the right amount of information. It's kind of like the story of Goldilocks. They either give too little, so they don't sound credible, or they give too much and they sound narcissistic, desperate, and kind of flighty, right? If you really know your craft, you should be able to give this answer with a beginning, a middle, and an end. one of the techniques that we teach all our members at Work It Daily, because we do a ton of interview prep inside Work It Daily. In fact, I just came off of a 45-minute live interview prep session with my members. Okay. We make sure that you are saying the right things, giving the right information in the right way. And one of the frameworks that we teach is something called experience plus learn equals grow. And this is a model for choosing how to answer that question. So our members take those 18 questions, they write out their answers using experience plus learn equals grow, because we actually have videos inside our paid platform for every single one of the 18 questions. And then they're able to submit those answers to our coaches, where the coaches will review and go, no, you're not saying that right. Oh, no, I wouldn't say that. Oh, you want to switch this, right? If we can show you how to give the right amount of information and not overdo it, or maybe give information that'll work against you, that will help you immensely. So at the very least, you should be writing out your answers, reading them back to yourself. People often say, shouldn't I do a mock interview? Before you even do a mock interview, you should absolutely be writing your answers out, reading them out loud. You'll catch a lot of stuff right there. You'll realize how you're sounding. But if you're looking for help beyond that, you should check out our platform, because inside Work It Daily, you can work with our coaches directly on your interview prep. But at least for now, please go to the free resource center. It's linked in my bio. It's linked over at Work It Daily. Get access to the platform free so that you can at least get those questions, okay? Because interview prep is the key for nailing the job interview itself, all right?